Today I've got a drill that will help you develop a lightning fast punches. Now everybody wants to be faster and have lightning fast strikes, but how do you work on that exactly? And how can you tell if you're getting faster or not? Well, worry not, I've got you covered. For this drill, you're only going to need a partner. This drill is called the clapping game, and simply put, you're going to punch between your partner's hands before they can clap. The setup is simple. Your partner will extend their arms out and place their hands roughly shoulder width apart, and now you're going to punch between their hands and they're going to try to clap you. Now make sure your knuckles go past their wrist or past their palm heel. If you're throwing your punch out to here, you're really only shortchanging yourself. Now if you have any telegraphs in your punches at all, your partner's going to see that punch coming and they're going to be able to clap. First one is pulling back before the punch. If you're pulling back before the punch, you're trying to get some more power. I get it, but this is a lead and it's meant to be fast. So instead of pulling back and then punching, what you want to think of is just go straight forward, fist first. Straight forward, fist first. Next would be leading with the shoulder before the punch or leading with the elbow before the punch. If the elbow moves before the fist moves, that's going to be a pretty obvious telegraph. Once again, the solution is start the movement from the knuckles. Knuckles move first. The next area you're going to see is when you're at range, further away, and you're trying to step in. And if you step before your punch goes, well, it's going to be super easy for your partner to clap you. So if you're stepping and then punching, stepping and then punching, you're going to get clapped. Your fist and step should happen at the same time. Boom. Boom. Technically, if you want to be super fast, the punch should start just before you do your step. So I'm going to do this slower. It's fist, then step. Fist, then step. Fist and step. Really common beginner mistake that you'll see is someone leaning forward before they punch. They have to kind of get ready before they go. If you need to get ready before you go, then I'm going to tell you right now, your stance sucks. Go watch my Become Too Fast to Get Hit video, and you can learn how to create positive shin angles and trunk angle so that you're coiled up and ready to push off that foot. If you are here in this upright, flat-footed position and you go to push off, you have to coil yourself before you go. Well, your stance should be pre-coiled. That way, you're ready to rock. The final telegraph that you're going to see is having a predictable rhythm, meaning if you punch like this, 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000. Your partner's going to obviously be able to anticipate your timing. So change your rhythm up and become unpredictable. Okay, now here's a really important tip. It is okay to get clapped on the way back. That would be like you land your punch and then they parry it as your fist is on the way back. The reason I bring this up is so that you don't develop the bad habit of dropping your punching hand as you retract in order to avoid being clapped. What you want to do is you want to pull your punching hand straight back because you need it. You might need to come back and parry, block, fire off a second attack. So always retract your punch right back. If it gets clapped, who cares? You only care if it gets clapped on the way forward, which represents them being able to defend it. Next tip, as you get better, you want to start moving further and further and further away from your partner, just a little bit at a time, but you want to get to the point where you actually have to lunge forward or hop forward with your strike to be able to reach. This better simulates fighting on the outside and creating the entry by lunging in with your strike. This is how you become a really fast outside fighter. Okay, here's some extra tips for people who want to be really fast. First off, do some solo practice where you slow everything down, painfully slow, so that you can tell what you're doing and make any corrections. I recommend you take about 5 seconds to throw a single punch, and you can go through all the tips that I gave earlier. For instance, make sure that your fist is the first thing moving, not your elbow, not your shoulder, not leaning and getting set before you go, not stepping and then going. Make sure it's fist, and then everything else goes. Once you think you've made improvement, then start speeding it back up and see if you can maintain that new technique. Repeat this over and over until you're going full speed and able to maintain high quality technique. Take your new skills back to your partner, do the clapping game again to test your progress. Folks, as always, thanks for liking the video, subscribe to see future videos, and let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see me make a future video on. Until next time, go get your reps, become amazing.